Pancreas comes from the Greek meaning all flesh, a reference to a once-held belief that the pancreas served no function. However, centuries ago, when one was removed from a dog, the poor mutt developed diabetes, fell into a coma and died.
I guess none of us can do without our pancreas. And pancreatitis is apparently a common cause of illness in dogs. And here to explain more, we're joined by Dr. Julie Summerfield. Good morning.
Julie.
Good morning.
And your friend.
And my friend. This little guy's from the RSPCA.
He's
needs
lovely
a hind.
too, isn't he?
He's 3 years old and he's gorgeous.
He's a sweet little fellow.
Yeah, we're keeping him up.
How common is pancreatitis?
It is very common. He's probably not the classical look of a pancreatitis patient.
How would you know?
Pardon?
How would you know?
Oh, well, often the animals are overweight. Not always, but often that's a bit of a giveaway.
Yeah.
It can be, it's an inflammation of the pancreas, and the pancreas produces hormones like insulin, but also digestive enzymes. Where are you going? And so if there's inflammation, basically what happens is that the digestive enzymes that normally get released into the gut are released and activated early, and they actually start digesting the pancreas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
so
no.
it's very painful.
It can be deadly.
Well, so
Deadly,
what are the
yep.
signs to look for then?
Abdominal
go?
pain. Where do you want to go?
Bring
you
him,
just
bring
want to be
him
the
over
centre
here.
of attention.
I think he wants
Do
to
you
sit on the
wanna go
lounge
over
with us. Come on, Brutus.
You want to go over
Brutus?
there?
So, Julie, what should you be looking
yes,
for?
so-
Well, your dog will be in pain, obviously.
Yeah.
No, come on.
Oh, you're all right. You're all right.
He saw us-
You
He
couldn't
doesn't
wait to
like
get.
you.
He saw Kim's slippers and he bolted. You saw that?
Oh, don't show everyone
He
with
saw
slippers.
that and he bolted.
Anyway, Julie,
Anyway,
what are we
abdominal
looking for?
pain, vomiting, diarrhea, if your dog goes off their food, that kind of thing. But they're all very general signs and quite vague signs, so it can be often missed or misdiagnosed as well. So it is a recurring disease as well, because often there's scarring and residual inflammation in the pancreas. So what I was talking about before with overweight dogs, often it can be caused by viruses and exposure to drugs, but often it's after a really big fatty meal. So if your dog has pancreatitis once, you really need to keep them on a pretty low-fat diet for life.
Okay, so obviously you've got to take your dog to the vet if you suspect that there's something.
Yes, because they can get quite ill quickly, and it can be fatal. So it's treatable, but it needs management.
Okay, so obviously if they're overweight, you want to get them underweight.
Get them on a diet, exactly, and. So basically, if they have pancreatitis, depending on how ill they are, they need to be hospitalised. And the interesting thing is the pancreatic enzymes are produced even with the smell of food. So they not only have to be nil per os or nil per mouth, no food at all, and be on a drip, but they can't smell any food either, because otherwise those digestive juices start working.
Is one breed of dog more susceptible than others?
Not
like
particularly.
labs who love smelling food?
Well, yeah, I guess, you know, the breeds that tend to be a bit overweight would be a bit overrepresented, but not really. More middle-aged animals and more overweight animals, and any animals that have hormonal problems like diabetics are more prone to it. And the interesting thing is, if there is a lot of residual damage to the pancreas, they can go the other way, where they can't produce insulin and become diabetic, or they can't produce digestive enzymes and have pancreatic insufficiency, and then you need to supplement with enzymes.
Oh, God. Hey, okay, so you said it can be recurring. So if that's the case, how do you administer ongoing care?
Well, it's just that once you treat all the inflammation, and they need painkillers sometimes because it is quite a painful condition, and they need to be really slowly reintroduced to food, then it's a matter of keeping them on a low-fat diet and really being very strict about that, because it's often called a Boxing Day disease, because after Christmas, the big fat,
pudding,
you know, all the fat
fed all the leftovers
and things like that, they can get a bout, and they get that acute bout, but then it can be a chronic ongoing problem.
And as we know, obesity in animals is a real issue, isn't it? People seem to think, oh, well, I love my dog, I'll give them another chop.
Yeah, exactly. So it's the way of showing love, and because that's what animals love, particularly dogs. And I've got a retriever, I know all about it. It is difficult, but it can cause a lot of problems like diabetes, like pancreatitis. So it is something, you know, moderation, it's okay. Dogs do, and cats need more fat than probably humans do. but it's that huge, big, fatty meal that can sometimes just tip them into an episode that can affect them for the rest of their lives.
And Brutus here, he's another dog from the RSPCA, is that correct?
He is, yeah. He's a Chihuahua cross terrier, probably, and he's gorgeous. He's a lovely, alert little dog. Oh, what's that?
I'm giving him my slipper to have a go. If he pees on it, I'll be really upset.
Yes.
Right, so you can adopt Brutus or any other pet from the RSPCA. That was the website that you just saw there.
Yeah.
Julie,
thanks so much, Julie.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Marvellous. Thanks, Brutus. We'll be right back after this.